my name is Clayton Roche. I'm the community lead at UMA, and this is the first of a series of video logs, which are going to be weekly TVL updates. So, what is this? Why are we doing a TVL update? This is for the KPI options campaign. We gave out those 10,000 addresses, KPI options eligibility, and that UI is going to be announced soon. And this effort is the beginning of a campaign to help mobilize us so we can all work together. We have a lot of different ways and strategies that we can increase TVL and increase the use of the UMA protocol. But I think if we just kind of send people out into the wild without any organization or structure, we're probably not going to see very amazing results, right? We need to coordinate and work together. And so this is a call to action to everyone who's watching this to come into Discord and volunteer to be a super Uman. So Uman is the moniker that was chosen by the community, or super Uman. So it's like human without the H. And the way I'm thinking of this is that everyone in our Discord is an Uman, but by joining this campaign, you become a super Uman, which means that you are now mobilized to go out and help us increase TVL and carry the different products that UMA has to different DeFi teams and just help us like connect with other DeFi teams and build cool things. This is really what it's all about, building cool things. So the purpose of this weekly video is going to be to update everybody here about what's happened in the week previous and what's coming up in the next week, and then also how we can work together and how things are going in the community. So in that spirit, I'll get right to it. So TVL right now, I've got my note here, is at 113 million. This is exciting. We went up over 100 million for the first time recently, and this was in part due to UMA minting our call options, and I'll get to that more in a second. So that's been kind of what's been happening. Now, what's going to happen in this following week is really the beginning of this campaign and this mobilization of the super Umans. And so we've actually had a community member reach out to me. His name is Sean G, and you're going to start seeing his face more often in the community. He's actually a professional marketer from the traditional finance world, and he got excited about these KPI options and reached out to me. And so we've been chatting a lot about the best way to communicate some of these campaigns to people and how we can get the word out and get other teams participating in the cool protocol. And so that's actually what this is the beginning of the effort is. So Sean's like, hey, Clayton, you need to do these weekly videos and let people know what's up, and they need to be on a regular cadence so they know when to expect them. And I want to bring the community in on even the marketing, right? Like I'm all about transparency and involvement and coordination and collaboration. So I want to bring in the super Umans. I want to work together on how we can get the message out there. And so some of the very early ideas that we've talked about is like creating a template for how another team could write a proposal for KPI options. Like imagine writing something in their discourse on how they could create KPI options. Helping to mobilize our community to write UMIPs. So for example, if someone shows up and they want to write call options, it's a pretty easy process, right? They just need to add their product as collateral, and then they need to follow the UMA template for writing a call option. This stuff's pretty easy, but if people come from the outside, they might need a little bit of hand holding. So that's what I want all of us to work together on. And so this weekly TVL update and the campaign around this is going to be all about helping us work together to support these other teams and increase the TVL of UMA. And so we're gonna work together on creating some of these assets, which both get the word out and make the process easier, and like go into these other communities. Like I look forward to planning these things together. I like to imagine us like planning a raid, like a friendly raid where we all plan a day and we hop onto another Discord of another community and we're like sharing about how the options work, how it might benefit this particular community. And, just if we can coordinate, we can do some cool things. We can do a flash mob in someone else's Discord, which is sounding dangerously close to like being overrun by bots. That's not what I mean. I mean in a friendly, welcoming way, right? But yeah, I just think there's some really cool options we can do. And what's really cool about this too is everything that we do together is actually a demonstration of the effectiveness of the program itself, because we're saying like, hey, look, we've made sure that all of our incentives are aligned and we want to work together on this outcome. So that's really the intention and spirit behind this. It's like fairly experimental, right? We're just like going to try this out and see how it goes. And very open to suggestions. I love working together in the community. There's so much more wisdom that happens when we just open things up and work together. So yeah, look forward to that conversation together. A couple things that I want to talk about to get more specific. So we have kind of three main products that I could imagine reaching out to other teams for. So that those three products are KPI options, call options, and then vault tokens, or yield dollar tokens. So I think we all know what KPI options are. Call options are what UMA just created, and we just put out some articles about this. But essentially, they're a traditional financial instrument that allow you to bet on the future price of a token. Now, what's cool about call options is they're actually similar to KPI options because you could give them away and they'll only be worth something in the event of a positive outcome. So UMA's call option expires at the end of April, and it expired. It's the strike price is $35, and what that means is that anyone holding that call option is going to earn the difference between 35 and what the price is, but only if it's over 35. So if they expire and the UMA price is $40, then each one would be worth $5. But if they expire under $35, they become valueless. And so what you could do, what other teams could do, is mint these and distribute them in the same way that you do an airdrop, except think about how airdrops work, right? Like there's a bunch of sell pressure all of a sudden while the market sort of does price discovery. What these allow you to do is give out an incentive that only has value in the event that the price goes up. And so there could be some like marginal sell pressure at that point, but it's only because you've achieved a certain price point that you've chosen. So I'm getting into the weeds here, but the point is there are certain upsells about these products and these designs that like I think we can educate the rest of the world about and educate each other, right? This is all a learning process. We're working together on this stuff. I only recently learned about how call options work. I've sort of resisted understanding how options work for some reason. It's been like one of those traditional finance things I've just been stubborn about. But I'm starting to wrap my head around them. They're very cool. I'm excited to learn more about them and then promote this idea as well, because it's a really cool use case for UMA. And as far as moving the needle goes, like the reason we popped up over 100 million is because we minted our call options. We had to lock UMA tokens. What's also cool about these call option design is that foundations can use them with their foundation tokens to be liquidity providers without actually having any real opportunity cost of capital. In most cases, foundation tokens are just sort of stored away for future use. This allows them to utilize the liquidity that can be provided by them without actually having to sell them or dump them. So it's kind of this like easy win that happens because of the way foundation tokens typically work. So then we also have the kind of vault token or yield dollar token, which we're seeing with BadgerDAO's Clause product, which will hopefully be out soon. And essentially that's another type of, another thing that a DeFi team can build where they can offer the ability to borrow against otherwise illiquid assets and collaterals. So that's another kind of product that we'll go out and promote. And then of course, having other teams build KPI options, we have a few cool leads going on there. I won't not drop any names, but I think there's a couple that are like ready to be talked about publicly. And so that's exciting. This is like just something cool that happened is like literally moments before I recorded this video, Coinbase Earn is live on UMA. This is very exciting news. We've been working on the script and keeping it secret. We have a Coinbase Earn campaign. So if you've never done that before, it's a really cool campaign. It should bring some new intention and excitement to UMA. That's just exciting. I'm just excited about that. Like, it's not related specifically to our TVL campaign, but it's cool. It's good news. Yeah, I'm going to try to keep these videos under 10 minutes. I see that I am approaching. Thank you for watching this. Totally open to hearing what else you might want to see in these videos or any feedback that you have. And yeah, I look forward to working together on this. It's fun stuff. And just I'll just close by expressing some gratitude for the awesome community. I really the best part of my day is waking up and signing into Discord and seeing what people have worked on and chatted about. It's really just a pleasure. Yep, that's all for now, guys, and see you next week. Cheers.